Fight fans, fight fans, fight fans. Let's load them up. As promised, I'm going live to discuss Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury, and Otto, Willan. One on the chat, counterpunch to you. 5 on the chat. Let's load them up. What's up, Chris W? Counterpunch to you. I'm here to talk about, I'll wait till we come on. We got 10. Fury versus Otto Wally. Willan. Otto Wally. Babs, what's going on? Counterpunch to you, Babs. Where you guys at? Where you guys at in the world? Fury and Otto. The fight is a joke. Mala 2243. Come one, come all. Salute. Miguel Manuel. Salute. What is the news? Mover King. The news is Tyson Fury is taking on another mystery man. That's the new news. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, please. This is crazy. Lewis Taylor in the UK, counterpunch to you. Miguel Manuel from London. Babs, Philly, nice. I go up to Philly frequently. Nottingham, England. Brighton, England. Lewis Taylor, it's a joke. Fury fighting another bum. Image, my shock. Nebraska man, Ty Okan, or Okan, right? Oh, that's one of the best fighters in the world right there in Nebraska. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes up. Let's get this buzz going. Let's talk Tyson Fury. What's up with Tyson Fury? You guys tell me, what's up with Tyson Fury? You know, you had Jarrell Miller, then Charles Martin, and back to Jarrell Miller. Now out of nowhere, boom, it's confirmed, right? Otto Willan. Now let's take a look at his box rec. Let's look at this guy's box rec. 20-0, 30 by KO. 20-0, 13 by KO. Okay, his last fight was a no contest with Nick Kissner. Okay, because I haven't seen this guy fight at all. Like, I never heard of him. Like, I never heard of Tom Schwartz either, but shit. This is another guy I never heard of, you know. And then this is a bad sign because most of these fighters are from Sweden or parts of Germany. Yeah, this is crazy. He's ranked 4 of the WBA. Yeah. Look up. Well, I guess if that's what they need to do, if they're looking at box rec, like I said, I just think they're picking up fighters from box rec that looks good, you know. NBA King David, hi, I'm NBA Gang's CEO. But I'm sure that was just pushed up recently. You know what, Babs? It might be. Because it's like, we don't know where he was. We just know where he is. You know what I mean? If you would have checked this last week, he probably would have been number 47 or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, Alan, I believe he was. Tom Schwartz. Yeah, I believe he was bumped up because he got a lot of criticism from a lot of people because of Tom Schwartz. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, when Tyson Fury, I think he was on Beyond the Gloves, and he was getting interviewed by Michelle Phelps. He was like, no, look, he is ranked higher, you know what I mean? And I was like, damn, I could have sworn he was just like at 67 or something like that, you know? But hey, it's like this. What do you got? What are we going to do about it? I think Pillow Fist sucks. Coco 1. Counterpunch to you calls Tyson Fury Pillow Fist. Well, it's like this, man. This is my whole thing. Wasn't Tyson Fury aimed to fight an American fighter? Right? Fight American fighter in America to boost his brand? Right? You know what, SSB 28? I hope not, because if this is pay-per-view, this shit's gonna flop. But I doubt it. It'll probably be on ESPN Plus. Now, if they were smart, they would put it on both. They would give you both options. They wouldn't just put it on ESPN Plus and then, then make everybody go on to the app, which is, it's stupid. Because I know my father, he loves fights. And he doesn't live in an area that even has internet. You send him an email, you're lucky if he gets it next week. So what the fuck is that gonna do good for him if he subscribes to ESPN, right? And ESPN tells you to then go to an app. Toby Barley, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Tyson Fury can box, and I just don't understand why it's taking bumps around the ring. Look, at this point, I don't really believe, honestly, I don't believe that Tyson Fury can pick his own fights. I don't think that. I think once he signed with Bob Arum, they were going to put him on a slow, safe journey. Okay? Stant86, I'm glad you finally caught the live stream, brother. UK's in the house, definitely. Big D London, whatever happened to Fury fighting a Yank? Absolutely, I just said that. Just mentioned that. That was supposed to be the objective for Tyson Fury. He's supposed to fight or fought an American fighter, and that was the whole thing. Where the hell does the Sweden guy come from? And it's crazy. Harry Meany, all the way from South Africa. Counterpunch to you, sir. Much love. What about Miller or Martin? They were saying, I don't know. They got fizzed out. And obviously they had to be threats. They had to be a lot tougher. Because Miller and Martin, they're at the least durable. You know what I mean? They can take punches like that. We don't know shit about Tom Schwartz. We don't know what he did, but all we do know, he struggled with a journeyman. So that's a good barometer right there. And all you really need to know, okay, well, you're fighting someone like Tyson Fury that's elusive, quick, awkward, fast, all that good stuff, and he had his nose bleeding early, Saheed Oladili. Hi, Kurt, you're doing a great job. Thank you, brother. I'm trying. Fury is a walking contradiction. Ryan Grady. It looks like it at times, but that's what happens, though. That's exactly what happens when you sign these contracts, and they are supposedly designed to boost this fighter. They've invested a lot of money on Tyson Fury. They have. They invested a lot of money on Tyson Fury, but it's like they know, and this is what I honestly think. I think when Fury signed with ESPN, and they had all these dreams for Tyson Fury, all these aspirations, right? of putting him in there with, with right back with Wilder, or putting him in there with somebody else, and then another tougher fight. I think Joshua foiled all that shit. I think when they seen Anthony Joshua take an L, they rerouted their whole fucking thing, because they did not want to be like Joshua. They did not want to be anywhere near Joshua. Fozzie is eerie. And people say AJ fighting bums. Wow. That just goes to show you. We know Joshua wasn't fighting bums. There was nothing about Andy Ruiz labeled bum. Sure, labeled fat ass, but never a bum. Okay? He lost one fight by a close decision against Joseph Parker. And Joseph Parker fought him the right way. He didn't engage. He used his speed. He used his height. He used the ring. Okay? He did not want to get in exchanges like Joshua did and fucked up around and got caught up and got caught. So that's exactly what happened. These people knew, fuck, we don't want to be like that guy, right? We don't want to be like that. So fuck that. No, we don't need Charles Martin. We don't need Josh. We don't need Miller. We need somebody else that we can dictate. That's an easier pick'ems. That's it. Because if we're going to take an L, we're going to take it at least the third fight in after the 5 fights, right? So if he does take an L to Deontay Wilder, it'll just be Wilder, though. It wouldn't be, because, of course, they can rematch that. They can run that shit back, right? So, Wilder has no problem with fighting the same fucking people over and over and over again. So, yeah, that fight will happen, yeah. Because then Tyson can still claim, I already beat you the first fight and I was robbed. You might have got me the second fight, but then you beat me the second fight. We still got to run it back. By that time, that's the 4th fight, right? Win, lose, or draw, ESPN makes their money. They get their profits. People buy the shit, hopefully, and not stream it and not get it from Fire Stick. And everyone gets their money, win, lose, or draw. Then by the 5th fight, Tyson can, withhold his obligation to the 5th fight, fight another easy fighter. Who cares at that point if he's lost, right? It is what it is. But if he wins, maybe the 5th fight could be Joshua, if Joshua can beat Ruiz. And if Ruiz beats him, it's various, man. It's various. Or this shit could go so many different ways, the heavyweight division. Let's say Joshua beats Ruiz and then he fights Usyk. Then I got to do a video on Usyk pretty soon, because Usyk's been saying some things that, he wants. And he loses to Usyk because Usyk is a shorter fighter, right? Southpaw, right? It could happen. It happened with Ruiz. Why not with Usyk? And then Usyk ends up fighting someone like Tyson Fury, or Dillian White. Who knows? When Dillian White gets out of the shit he's in, and it's looking better for him. James Sutherland. Yeah, cherries. They're picking cherries, people. They're picking cherries for Tyson Fury because they don't want Tyson Fury upset. Tony Thompson, disgrace to the lineal champs of the past. Wow. Counterpunch. That's a bold statement. That's something you may need to tweet to Tyson Fury and see if he responds. He might block you. He might block your ass for doing some shit like that. Good morning from Scotland. Thank you, James Sutherland. Good morning to you. It's actually morning here. It's 1:39. Philip Carl Roberts. Fury will retire before he gets outclassed by Usyk. I think that if Fury gets past Wilder, I think Fury can do what he did with Klitschko. He can take a fight, win that fight, create a miracle, right? And then do something else, be a GQ model or something. So there's no telling. There's no telling about Fury. But something tells me, I think that Fury just does what he wants to do in a certain sense. I would imagine he would have some type of say-so but then maybe not. Because nobody heard of fucking Otto Willan. You just don't pop up with something. Hey, yeah, I'm fighting Otto Willan. Confirmed. September 14th, guys. Stay tuned. ESPN. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really make sense. Where you've been harping on Miller, then Charles Martin, right? Charles Martin got mentioned. He was one of those runners up, right? Usyk's top fighter, but Fury too big in elusive form. He might be, you know. Tyson Fury is a quick, big bastard. So, CJ Smith, Fury will get past Wilder. Wilder ain't no boxer. But after Fury beats him, Fury will fight no name, easy fights and retire. CJ Smith, he could do that. And you know what? His argument will be, I'm the lineal champ and people need to see me. So a fight between him and Joshua will never get made. He hates Eddie Hearn. You know, and his best friend, maybe, just maybe, might sign with Eddie Hearn, which is Billy Joe Saunders. Hell, his cousin just signed with Eddie Hearn. So I don't see where, you know, if he's going to have a problem with Billy Joe Saunders signing with Eddie Hearn, he should have a problem with his own fucking cousin. Let's be real. You know? It is what it is. Yeah, Billy Joe, he left Frank Warren. He left old Fish Eyes. You know? Yeah, I heard about that today. I just dropped the video about that. Loke Dog, Fury doesn't give a second guess about the fans. No, he doesn't. I don't think he cares about the fans. I think he wants to appear that he does, but at this point, I don't think he does, honestly. You know? I think he cares about honoring that fucking contract. That contract that is paying him a lot of money so far to fight bums. You know what I mean? You know, I keep thinking about what Deontay Wilder said about Fury. And Wilder said, well, Fury got that contract because of him, because of ESPN's expectations for Tyson Fury to rematch him. How true do you guys think that is? Yeah, you know, Oasis #1. I hope he knows his business. He should know that. He should know his business anyway, you know. Armando Ortiz. Should the heavyweight champ defend his belts all over the world and not just Las Vegas? That's true. I mean, they are called world belts, right? You know, I think a fighter is obligated to fight other places besides his home place if he's a world champion. That gives a different dynamic. That gives the world an opportunity to see that particular fighter in action. You know, like Ali and Frazier, you know, Thrilla in Manila, you know, Rumble in the Jungle. You know what I'm saying? These fights are all over the world, not just, in Vegas, you know? So, Ty Alcon, I'm working and listening. Oasis #1, you keep working and listening, brother. He does. Fury doesn't hate Hearn. That's boxing. You know, he talks a lot of shit, but that, you know, that's Fury anyway. Fury's going to talk a lot of shit. That's him. There's no money with Frank Warren, Mickey C. You know, Frank Warren's an old school British promoter. And I've noticed over the years, he's losing a lot of his muster to the younger promoter. You know, since Eddie is taking over, because it was Barry, then Frank Warren. You know, they're around the same. Well, Barry's a little older than Frank. Frank's almost 70, and I know Barry Hearn's in his 70s. But I think he's losing a lot of his steam. You know what I mean? I think so. Because he lost Beefy Smith, you know, and that might have been, you could say, well, you know, Callum Smith was already over there, so it was probably a good way to convince him to come over. But now you lose Billy Joe. Billy Joe is one of your top guys. So really the co-promotion with Bob Arum with Tyson Fury is his last strong leg, people. That's his last strong leg. Yo, greetings from Mallorca. Blake Taylor, greetings to you. Fury super ducked white. Well, you know, here's my thing. Fury cannot call people bums after this. He can't do it. You know, nothing merits him calling people bums. I mean, of course he can, and you know he'll say the shit that comes out of his mouth. But at this point, you have to just brush that off and not even take it seriously at this point, because the people he's fighting are people we never heard of. Look, this shit's like Rod Salka. Remember Rod Salka? Like, he was like the 75th ranked fighter for Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia picked this one particular dude that nobody knew who the hell he was. Remember that? Rod Salka. His fucking name is legend now because because no one knew who he was. And he got knocked the fuck out badly. And I felt bad for the dude because he was game. He wanted to do, and he did what he tried to do on the level he was at. He just wasn't on Danny Garcia's level. But Garcia knew that. That's why they picked him. That's what you call a cherry pick, people. You know, this is no different. The only thing is we don't know how Otto Willan fights. And we know he has the height. I don't know anything else. I just looked this guy up on BoxRec. I'm looking at him now. He looks perfectly hand-picked, people. You know? Heavy D, good morning, my brother from the UK, about to cook up the Jamaican full English breakfast. That's what's up, brother. Have a bite for me. I just ate my late dinner from Whataburger. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Whataburger, but it's fucking great. I had an avocado bacon club without the bacon. It was fucking delicious. It's good things. Nick, shout out from the Czech Republic. Counterpunch to you, Nick. That's what's up, man. Much love. Why do people follow the Gypsy Clown? Well, the Gypsy King, he has a following because he knows how to talk a lot of shit. He knows how to sell himself. Everyone's a bum. Everyone's a Dalsa. Everyone's a shithouse. That's why they follow him. You know, it's like Ali. You know, you gotta beat that guy to prove that that guy ain't all that. But no one has seemed to do it. You know, and even when Ali lost, he gave on one of the best performances against Joe Frazier, right? In Madison Square Garden. Shane Burton, Kurt, I wouldn't pay 10 pounds for that Tyson Fury fight, let alone pay-per-view. What a ripoff for the public. Yeah, it is. I mean, I agree, because I never heard of this guy. There's no demand for this fucking fight. There's nothing to it. There's nothing we can say that can get us prepared for this fight with Otto Willan. Nothing. So I agree with you. Yeah, it's ripping fans off. But again, let's say this. If Tyson Fury is not in control, right, and it is ESPN, it is Bob Arum, right? They are the guys that are pulling the strings. Well, ultimately, you have to blame them. You have to blame whoever selected this hand-picked fucking opponent for Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. By default. I mean, you have to. Because they're paying this motherfucker this amount of money. Look how much he got paid for Tom Schwartz. He got $15 million. $15 million. Look, that shit's like to fight fucking tune up, a cherry pick, a easy pick'ems, a low hanging fruit, a bum, right? Damn. If that's all it takes, fuck, why is he gonna stop? That's the question you ask yourself. Yeah, we'll fight. A guy from UPS will fight Fury in the break room. Probably so. Sanctioning brawl. You know, winner takes all. Damn. Odo's Tony Thomas. Otto's best chance is to enter the ring covered in cocaine. Yeah. Oh, you look mighty good there, lad. Ah! Oh. At Garfield Mosley. Yeah, it is prize fighting. You're absolutely correct. It is prize fighting. They're giving Tyson Fury a whole lot of money, right? To fight bums. So obviously, the question I asked you guys about Deontay Wilder and his theory on the whole thing is about me. The whole ESPN deal was about the strength off of fighting him again. Well, obviously, it couldn't be too much, right? Now we know, and I agree with Andre Ward. Andre Ward broke this down better than anyone else I have heard say and talk about this. Tyson Fury, when he fights these contracts, he knows they will not all be Deontay Wilder fights. They won't. These fights will be, an intro fight. That's Tom Schwartz. And a lot of people gave him shit about that. And I really didn't, because I'm like, well, this guy has signed 5 fucking fights with ESPN. He doesn't want to go in there with someone dangerous and gets knocked the fuck out. That's not smart. That's not business. Okay? So I didn't give him shit about Tom Schwartz. It looked good. You couldn't give him too much credit, but it was a good performance. It looked good, people. So that's all I have to say about that. But now, this second fight should at least be some type of stair step upward. Because this guy has the same type of record that fucking Tom Schwartz had. Look at him. Let me look up Tom Schwartz's record. I know he has that L. Damn, he's disappeared. Where the hell is Tom Schwartz? Huh. Yeah, active. Go. That's weird. Maybe I'm spelling it wrong. Tom Schwartz. Damn, I look up Tom Schwartz and they say Kate Maloney's husband. Damn, they don't even recognize him as a boxer. Come on now. You got to put boxer. There you go. Now there he is. There's this fucking model from Germany. Okay, yeah, he's 24 and 16. Shit, at least he had more fights than Otto Willan. You know what I mean? But again, another person we never heard of. And this is what we have, people. This is what we got. All right? Tim Townsend, great counterpunch. It is prize fighting, but then you can't call anyone a bum when that's all you're fighting. You're absolutely right. See, that makes Tyson Fury a hypocrite. And I know he tries to, and he's going to try to look at the rankings to say, oh, well, I'm fighting this guy, he's number 4. What the fuck do you want? That type of shit. But still pissed from last night and having a joint. Damn, James Sutherland. I hope that calms you down. Shane Burton, Eddie Hearn said that he laughed at the offer from Billy Joe Saunders to Callum Smith. Maybe he did, but I tell you one thing, if Billy Joe Saunders reaches out to Eddie Hearn is going to snatch him in. And then there will be no more laughter, okay? Garfield Mosley, thank you, brother. I try to be the best, or do the best that I can. How about that? Tyson is a waste of space, such a big mouth about being the best, but he's only fighting nobodies. Well, I mean, you can't really defend that shit. I mean, that's what he's doing. And then ESPN is giving him all this fucking money. You know they got to be taking a hit from this shit, because his last show, that shit only sold 5,000 tickets, right? Because a lot of them they gave away. They donated a lot of those tickets away. Those sales were poor, people. So ESPN has to be taking a big L, giving this motherfucker $15 million, right? They might give him more this time because off the strength of his last win, and the last win was against a person we never fucking heard of. But oh well. Tony Thomas, shout out from Baltimore. Shout out to you, brother. Areola fighting Babyface should be a good scrap. Loke Dog, you know what? I can't wait to fucking see that fight, because Areola's that come forward fighter, and then like Babyface, the Polak Babyface killer is a guy that he looks like he can't fight. He looks like his ass should be a plumber, right? Up under a fucking sink or something, fixing a pipe. But he can fight. And Chris Areola, I think he's one of those guys that he can punch too, and it might be the right type of style. It's gonna be pain. They're gonna fly. Lev is gonna fly tomorrow, or today, rather. I can't wait to see the shit, Gypsy Boy, I don't think it's Tyson Fury's fault. I think it's his promotional team. But guess what? His promotional team pretty much dictates him. And you say if it's not his fault, well, maybe it's not his choice, Gypsy Boy. Maybe it's not his choice on what the fuck he's doing. So by default, since it's not his choice on who he fights, that means it's not his fault. But then again, he's losing credibility from fans by picking people, or allowing his promotional team to pick people that people don't want to see. But then again, he's getting paid, so he doesn't give a shit. So it is what it is. Clubber Lang, you damn right. It's gonna be pain. So I pity the fool. Whoever gets into the ring gets knocked the hell out. Because I don't think that fight's gonna go the distance at all. Had a good weigh-in today. You got fucking Pascal on the undercard. And, Pascal talks a lot of shit, And he's one wild swinging motherfucker too. He's all coming all like ripped and shit. But, he's, I don't know. I think he should retire, honestly. Because Marcus Brown, he's a fresh fighter. Actually, I think Hot Rod beat him years ago. But look what he did to Badu Jack. He fucked Badu Jack up. His face is like a clash of heads. He was bleeding all over the place. I wanted to see that shit stopped immediately. They should have stopped that a long time ago. But no, Jean Pascal, he talks a lot of shit. He had a lot to say against Marcus Brown, and that looks like it's going to be a good fight. Tony Thomas, look, I don't know why I'm the only channel. I see the fight. I analyze those fights. I study those fights. When you know when a person gets buckled, your legs, they do something different. Okay? They either stiffen up, or they shake, or they buckle. They definitely move some type of way. It's almost like, I don't know how many of you guys fish, but I've been fishing all my life, right? Freshwater fish, ocean fish. But you can tell when something's on the line, right? Because you feel the vibration and you see the pole shake, it does a movement. The same thing happens when a punch connects to someone's jaw, that it connects the right way. The legs do a dance that's signaling from that head down to those legs that something's going on upstairs, right? The legs do not lie. And when Fury caught him with that left hook. He buckled. Those fucking legs did a spaghetti dance, a stanky leg dance, and he was dancing and he was rocked, people. So I'm ready to see that fight. And I hope that fight can happen, but get this. Don't be surprised if that shit don't happen like people think it's going to be. Because for one, Ortiz is supposed to fight, he's supposed to fight Ortiz like on November 9th. All right? So if he's fighting him November 9th, then you have December, then January, then February. The question you ask yourself, December, January, and he's supposed to fight in February, is that enough time to even promote a fight? Right? He would have to go right back into training and right back into promoting that particular fight with Fury. You know? That's my thing, you know? So it's, I don't know. I just don't think it's enough time to do what you need to do with those two fighters. So that Fury-Wilder fight may be March, April. You know, they project in February, but, you know, you got to remember you have the Spence Porter pay-per-view. They want to space that shit out. That's why they can't have it in September, right? So September, October, November. November is supposed to be the projected date. You know? Yeah, they said, yeah, Babs. They did say February 22nd, but it's like, how the fuck are they going to do it in February 22nd where he's fighting November 9th? You know? It's not a lot of time. And then in James Sutherland, if it'll be in December, there's no way it's going to be in February, the 22nd. That's pushing it way too close. That won't happen. That can't happen. You know? Well, Joliffe, right? If Ortiz beats Wilder, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. There will be no Tyson Fury fight because I don't see Tyson Fury fighting Ortiz. Deontay Wilder that would fucking be so bad for Wilder. If Wilder was beat by Ortiz, that shit would be catastrophic. Let me tell you why. For one, he would be worse than Anthony Joshua because that's the golden boy. That's the money that he was supposed to make, right? And he decides to, instead of fighting Joshua, fights Ortiz, gets beat by Ortiz. He loses his belt. It's all good for Al Heyman. You know, it ain't just terrible because what's going to happen, it's going to derail everything. Like Tyson Fury, his shit's going to be pushed back. He won't want to fight Deontay Wilder anymore simply because Deontay Wilder got beat by an old man with old legs, says Fury. That's what Fury says about Luis Ortiz. He says he's an older man with older legs. So if he gets beat by that older man with older legs, he's going to clown Deontay. He's going to roast Deontay. And one thing he's not going to want to do is fight Deontay Wilder. It's not going to happen. You know? And of course, Wilder was going to have to fight a rubber match with Ortiz. But here's the thing. Luis Ortiz, let's just say he beats Wilder, okay? They're going to try to push for an automatic rematch or the rubber match. But then yet, if things get cleared with White and White gets his position back, he's going to have to fight White or Willie because we don't really know. Sean Peterson, good morning to you, brother. Counterpunch to you. But I mean, I would love to see, and I still want to see this fight, Luis Ortiz and Dillian White. I would love to fucking see that fight, just how their styles match up. They're both kind of off. We seen Ortiz fight Wilder. He was throwing shit all over the place. Look at White. He swings wild too. He's off balance a lot. You're going to see some heavy swinging dudes. You know what I mean? And it's going to be a war, however long it lasts, because he could catch White. Because it's not like Ortiz can't punch. A lot of people say he can't punch. Ask Deontay Wilder. Well, even Deontay Wilder said in the post-conference that he can't punch. I'm like, well, if he couldn't punch, how is he knocking you all the fuck around the ring? And had the referee stopping the shit for 28 seconds to see if you okay. Oh, but he can't punch. Yes, he can punch. Of course he can punch. We know Dillian White has his own punching ability. These are big guys, people. I would love to see that fight. It would be refreshing to see the heavyweight division change hands. That's why Ruiz is a fresh look to boxing, because he's that guy that no one expected to ever be there. He came there from mere circumstance. Thanks, Miller. But no, I would love to see, Luis knock out Wilder, and then he has to fight Dillian White for the mandatory. That would be epic, right? And then the winner fights whoever wins out of Ruiz and Joshua later on in the year. Why not? That would be classic, And if, let's say, Ortiz beats White, right? And then Ortiz has to fight Joshua, or negotiations start to fight Joshua, and then some fucking kind of way the fight doesn't happen. Well, we got to blame somebody at this point. You know what I mean? What do we blame? Team Ortiz again? You know what I miss, guys? This is what I really miss. I miss old school contract signings. I miss when these fighters signed the contract right in front of the media. Do you guys remember that? That a long fucking table, that same table you see all the time that they set up, and they got the backboard back there and everything, and they're signing that shit. They're signing it with their own hands. You can see the contract is being signed. It's the official signing day for this particular fight. So that's what I miss. Unu Peter, appreciate it. I'm trying to make sense out of this thing. I am trying to make sense out of it. Philip Carl Roberts, see? And that's what people are saying. Could it be proven? We'll never know. But been on the juice? How do we prove that he wasn't? How do we prove that he was? But damn, that would be shitty if he got that opportunity and then pissed it away like Miller did. That would suck. This is like Ortiz's third fucking time. He probably would never fight again. It's a theory, would you rather not fight again or risk getting popped because you were dirty? It's a theory. It's interesting. It is interesting. Rivas versus Ruiz would be a cracking fight. Yeah, it would be. Burt 41, it would be a good fight. I'm gonna tell you why. That's no different than if they fought. That would be just like Anthony Joshua and Dillian White. Dillian White beat Anthony Joshua in the amateurs. Then Anthony Joshua beat him in the pros. Well, Rivas beat Ruiz in the amateurs. So obviously it's natural for them to fight. They both have a matching one loss on their record. They're both skilled fighters. I would love to see that fight. Both around the same height. Matter of fact, Rivas is a little shorter than Ruiz. Ruiz admitted on Joe Rogan that he's not really good with fighting shorter fighters himself. So that's probably how Rivas got the jump on him. because he wasn't accustomed fighting smaller or shorter guys. He's accustomed to fighting bigger guys because his ass been overweight all of his life. So when he was younger, he had to fight guys that were bigger, right? But fighting someone like Rivas, yeah, that's real dangerous, especially with the punching power that he has, you know? And it would be his opportunity to get some get back, to get some revenge. La revancha, right? La revancha. You know what I mean? Kurt D. Ortiz is Kurt's dad. Not quite. You know, it's funny. We supposed to be this, well, he's a little older than me, but we supposed to be the same age. You know, supposedly. You know? Oasis, Ortiz is 79 years old. Who said that? Somebody said that shit before, I think. I forget who said that. If Ortiz lived in the UK, he would be old enough to receive a free bus pass. Damn, they ragging on my man. Fury should fight the big cheese or Chinese heavyweight. What's his chops? Damn. I forget his name too. Big ass heavyweight. Let's look it up. Who is the big Chinese heavyweight? Yeah, Daishan Dong. Yeah, Daishan Dong. He's 6'11". Motherfucker's big. Yeah. 6'11". It's a big bastard too. He got muscle mass. You know, I don't know how good that'll work with him. I don't know how good he is with carrying that weight. Nah, Daishan Dong. He's a 6'11" Chinese heavyweight. Let me look at it from farther. Or let's see. Yeah, he's 6'11" and 285 pounds. Dong will be making his pro boxing debut Friday at the Longshoreman Hall in San Francisco. Okay. Damn. 6'11" and 285. That's crazy. Yeah, he's fucking Chinese, man. You got Chinese people, you know, they had like Guinness Book of World Records. They had like the tallest Chinese dude. He was like way the fuck up there, like 7 foot or some shit. Okay, he used to play basketball too, so go figure. So he ventured into wrestling, kung fu, and kickboxing. His biggest kickboxing victory came in February of 2013. His best days were clearly behind him. Okay, well. He loves boxing more. So, you know, so all the sports that this Daishan Dong has been in, from kickboxing, basketball, he likes boxing the most. That's why he wants to join pro. It's more fun in boxing. I can concentrate by looking at the opponent and concentrate on his upper body, said Dong. Yeah, it's easier. You know, a lot of people think MMA is fucking easier. No, it's actually harder because you have to worry about more weapons coming at you. Different feints and you have different traps. You know, it's all the element of surprise. You know, someone gives you a front snap like Anderson Silva, you won't see that shit coming. All you look around, boom, you take a fucking kick to the face, right? So I can see why he feels that way. But no, Daishan Dong, wow, 285 pounds, motherfucker, almost 300 pounds. He's like Jarrell Miller. You know what I mean? He's down to like Jarrell Miller's fucking weight. It's crazy. Yeah, it is. Amok PvP, it is harder. Because I've done it both. And it is harder. It takes a lot of energy to throw a fucking kick. It does. Especially if you miss. Energy dispersed. Ortiz sparred Joe Louis. Yeah, man. That's crazy. Drinking Palm. This is some good shit. I like to drink at least 3 of these a week. It's good for cleansing. I just put a lot in my water because the shit's hella strong. But so my fountain drink, I always get water anyway. I don't really like a lot of carbonation and shit. So I just put water in it and I go buy one of these and just put half of that in it, you know, and kind of, you know. There's some good shit though. He sparred Jack Johnson too. You guys are tripping. Are you related to Kirk Angle? No, not related to Kirk Angle. I know he was a bad motherfucker on that Warriors movie though, with Tom Hardy. He was badass. You know, he was badass. But no, Fury, back to Fury, man. Fury is doing what he's told to do, and what he's told to do is making him a lot of money. You know what I mean? So that's real. You know what I mean? And if ESPN has money to blow away on bullshit fights like this, so be it. You know what I mean? So yeah, Chisora versus Fury, he already beat him. You know, Peter McGowan. Is Wilder gay? I don't think so. You know, I have no idea. Counterpunch, what's the name of that juice? It's called Palm. Shango Ja. It's called Palm. P-O-M. They have cherry, pomegranate. This is pomegranate blueberry. This shit is mad good for you though. You know, it's like, it has all types of antioxidants in it and shit like that. And it's 100% juice with no sugar and any of that shit added. Nothing that turns into sugar, so to say. It's real good for your liver and kidney. You know, I sound like a damn spokesman for this shit. I drink it all the time, I kid you not. You know, but will you be paying to watch the next Fury fight? I know I won't, but I will watch it on YouTube after. It's probably what a lot of people are gonna do, but I'm always a firm believer in supporting the sport. I'm gonna buy the Wilder Ortiz, I'm gonna buy the Wilder Fury, I'm gonna buy them all. I won't do the easiest thing, because the easiest thing is like, we could all just fire stick the shit if it's this, you know, or if it's on pay-per-view, wait till it comes out on YouTube. No, I'm gonna support it. Because I refuse to be one of those people that, why am I talking about something that I can't fucking support? You know what I mean? Yeah, Shango Ja, I hope you, if you're in the States, it's easy. I don't know about worldwide, but, because I haven't looked for it anywhere else when I'm out of the country too. Because I'll be leaving this month again. And I haven't saw it anywhere. But Bai's good too. B-A-I, that's a good drink, you know? DL Boxing Casual, love the channel, bro. Appreciate you, thank you. Fury should fight Dubois. He's not gonna fight anyone, and no one's gonna merit him fighting Dubois at this point. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm going to Dominican Republic. I have a house there, so I'm gonna go check it out. I have family there too. So I'm gonna go check out the crib there. Hey, Kurt, what do you think about the Russ Anger and Amber interview on the glove switching? I don't know, man. That was weird, Nick. I don't know. I heard about that, and you would think, because those gloves, they pick those gloves. Are they supposed to pick those gloves before they fight? They have the opportunity to look at a selection of gloves. They pick the gloves, they put the gloves on, they fit the gloves right then and there. Then they mark the gloves, they put it back in the plastic, they mark it, okay? To whatever, they'll put your initials on it. They'll mark it with your initials and they set it to the side for the particular fight. And the shit doesn't get opened again until the officials bring it to the dressing room. So I don't know what the fuck they were doing over there. I don't know, because that's the weirdest things I ever saw. I've never saw anything like that. I was gonna do a video on it. I just got sidetracked. But I never seen that done. I never seen the protocol where his fucking gloves were given to someone else. That made no sense to me. No sense whatsoever. None. You know? Rivas was also offered the same gloves. Yeah, I mean, dude, I don't get that. You know? It kind of reminds me like, well, damn, was this, it was like the committee was like, it seems like to me the shit was amateur night, because that's something amateurs would do, you know? Oasis #1, White needs ban now. UCAD failed test June 17th, guilty again. Well, here's the thing. They let out information again about this whole finding. Now they're not saying shit. Weird, you know? So, whatever. Yeah, it's very odd, because Eddie at one point said someone on the undercard took them. Yeah, that didn't make sense. Because if someone took them, how did they get access to them? That's what you ask yourself. Like, these motherfuckers supposed to have someone in control of the gloves. You know, someone is ahead. Someone wasn't doing their damn job, obviously. They just had these bitches laid out on the table, and someone came along and snatched them and left. That's the only thing I can think of, because someone wasn't doing their fucking job. That's it. Luis S., good night to you, brother. Hope you have a good one. Come wake up, man. We'll do something on. We'll study this Chris Arreola and Kalnaki fight, the aftermath. I don't think I'll do it live this time, but I will recap it and counterpunch it for you. You know, it seems like Dillian White has been stitched up from every angle. Look, doesn't look good for him. It happens there was an issue with Porter's gloves in the Broner fight. I think Heyman had to step up and correct it. You know, Kalnaki should win. Andre Van Rooyen. Man, counter from Cape Town, South Africa. Counterpunch to you, brother. Thank you for tuning in. Love me some areolas. Blake Taylor. Morning, Kirk. Just woke up. One love from the UK. Well, rise and shine, Tony Lyons. Counterpunch to you. Hope your day is well. Shit, I haven't went to sleep yet, obviously. Fury is a con job. Electric feet. Well, so is ESPN, because they're conning people. But if people buy the shit and they support the shit, on top of very poor ticket sales before this, and they still want to give him a shitload of money, what do you do about it? What do you really do about it? Looks to me like Tyson Fury wants to follow in Wilder's footsteps. He is pimping the game and hustling suckers, trying to challenge Beyonce for his heavyweight cherry picking title. Well, I don't think that title's going anywhere. I think they're going to franchise Deontay's ass. I honestly think that. You know? Yeah. Andre Van Rooyen. He may go to Matchroom. Okay, here we go. Mr. or Mrs. Monday. Hi, Kurt. Why do we set a very high standard for AJ, but we appreciate anything Fury and Wilder do, especially Holyfield? Look, I don't know. I don't know why they don't like the guy like that. You know, maybe Joshua did too fucking much. You know what I mean? Maybe Joshua did too much too fast, and he instantly got haters because he's too successful early in his career faster than any other fighter. That reminds me of Golovkin and Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins did not want Golovkin to beat his record. You know what I mean? So he had vested interest in that. And I think the same thing happened when these guys found out this guy has only 21, 22 fights. And he's getting all this fucking money. And he's doing all that without leaving the UK. I can see the potential in Lewis hating off the top. Because Lewis looks at it like, oh, he's just comfortable fighting for British fans. Motherfucker, if you could make that type of money, if Lennox Lewis could make that type of money fighting for the British fans, he would have never came over here to fight anyone else. He had to go here and far because he wasn't really loved where he was said he was from. You know? B-Hop Philly, that's it. That's it, right where you're at. He's fighting with fixed stick stones and bottles in the streets of Philly. Oh, man. Just jealousy, Nick. It's it. I mean, it's just jealousy at this point. I mean, these guys seeing this one guy get all this praise, all this grace, all this favor, right? All this recognition. He didn't supposed to beat Klitschko, fucked around and did that, you know? Then you got all these other guys. He's ions above all these other guys. And I was going to drop a video, which I will, maybe Sunday. And it's going to explain that. It's going to explain like how higher or how much higher than AJ is compared to these other heavyweights to this day. So yeah, it's a lot of potential to be a hater of Anthony Joshua. That's why I created that series, The Haters of Anthony Joshua. I'm like at volume 1 or volume 4, I think, right now. Because it's always somebody to say something about Anthony Joshua. It's crazy. You know, he ain't shit. He's a hype job. He's this and that. But it's the person you love to hate. I mean, love to hate. What the hell? You know? Let's see. AJ is not a top 3 heavyweight. Logic. I agree. He's not. He's like the 4th or the 5th, right? But he has to show what he has. Now, if he beats Ruiz, where do you think he would be? If he beats Ruiz his next fight, what ranking do you put him at that point? Logic. Tell me that. Logic, I'm waiting. Maybe AJ wants out of boxing, TV career. AJ can do whatever the hell he wants to do. You know, he's made enough money. Probably be a motivational speaker. He's definitely has the image. He's been in trouble. He's been in the lowest of low. You know, he knows what it's like to be incarcerated. He knows what it's like to turn his life around, to focus himself, to dedicate himself. He could be one of those motivational speakers throughout the world. You know? Oh yeah, you won several fucking titles once upon a time too. So yeah, he may decide, you know what I mean? But look what he's done in that. And honestly, I don't see him fighting past 30 fights, honestly. You know, 30, 35, I think he'll be done. If he beats Ruiz, he's 3. So, logic, the question you ask yourself is, where was Ruiz when he beat, where was Ruiz ranked when he beat Joshua? That's what you ask yourself. Mark Gordon, good morning from the UK. Joshua think 4th in the world. Okay. He might be 4th or 5th now. I still think Fury and Wilder beat him. Well, if Wilder can punch any one of those guys, he could beat any one of those guys. But again, he's not indestructible either. He's just another guy. He can get hurt too. We saw that in both fights. More in the Ortiz fight than the Tyson Fury fight, but he was buckled. And he covered the fuck up, you know? Grace, hi, I'm here now. That's what's up, Grace. Thank you for coming on. What do you think AJ needs to add to his boxing to get better? Boxing, I think he needs to work on his fucking stamina. Okay? Get rid of that and get rid of all that weight. That shit is not good. It's like kryptonite. You know? He needs to lose about 20 pounds. Definitely 20 pounds. As far as boxing goes, better sparring, better, you know, a better team of spars. Sparring partners, you know. Wilder number 3, Ruiz is number 2. More steroids for AJ. Well, funny, AJ's, yeah, they point the finger at AJ, Manny Pacquiao, these guys, but these guys have not fucking failed a single drug test. And it's the same people that are screaming that shit. Yeah, they cheating, they're fucking cheating. They're the ones that get popped. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. You know? You too, Sunday, Bloody Sunday, great choice of music. Oh yeah. Yeah, they go hard in here. Xavier Dub, good morning. Counterpunch to you. Love the work rate. Keep up the videos coming. Bless up from UK. Thank you, sir. I will try my best. Counterpunch to you. Great counterpunch. Yeah, he has too much muscle, Nick. He just does. He needs to get rid of that shit. He has to be able to move faster. I think the fucking bulk, I think that hindered his speed, right? Beck Folletti from down under. It's Ajax. I outbox Fury. Him paying out on Luis. That's the AJ Roids. AJ is a superstar. Well done, brother Kurt DeVille, and big love from the UK. Thank you, Godzama. Tathitha Godzama. Thank you. Counterpunch to you. Much love. Much love. Usyk gets beat by Takam. I don't see him making it like everyone thinks he will. These boys are too big. We got to find that out. I heard that, Blake Taylor. We got to find it out, though, right? Key question. What happens if AJ wins? Who would be his next fight? Big up from the UK. It would be Usyk. Usyk is the mandatory. You know what I mean? See, and all of this is on the strength of if Wilder beats Ortiz, because then we can focus on his next fight, right? Fury is going to beat this Willan cat, I'm pretty sure. So then we can focus on those two guys fighting and looking forward to those guys event together. But if Joshua wins, he's going to have to, get it, handle his mandatories, because they don't stop. And they don't, and look, those sanctioning bodies don't give a shit who has the belt. Whoever has the belt has to be responsible for fighting that mandatory. That's real talk. If AJ was on roids, would his stamina be so poor? Ooh, Vizio, great counterpunch to you. That's a fucking very good point. If fucking AJ was on roids so bad, why would he be fucking tired all the time? You know? You know what I mean? Good fucking question. He should be like they used to talk about Manny Pacquiao. Oh, he's on roids, he's on this, he's on that. Oh, that's why they didn't have VADA testing. But the motherfucker got tired. He naturally got tired of what, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th round. And that's when Thurman started coming on, right? He started getting some rounds in the bag. Why? Because Manny Pacquiao fucking got tired. Okay? He had to get his second win. So he took a lot of rounds off. But if you're on the shit that people claim you're on, because I don't put too much into supplements, you know, because they were once upon a time legal, now they're illegal, right? But then that doesn't stop people from taking them because they felt a certain way or whatever. But that shit's all mental a lot of times. It's how you think you feel because you take these fucking drugs. If you needed that edge like Jarrell Miller, this motherfucker had 3 different fucking substances in him, and he was hell-bent on cheating, and according to his trainer, come on now. Like, that's a mental thing. That's something you think you need to be where you are mentally, I feel. So I don't really take that like as a big thing, but the performance enhancing drugs, they do. Look at Sugar Shane. Remember how fucking fast he used to be? And then Floyd Mayweather was like the first one. We really don't know how many fights Shane Mosley really won because he was cheating. He admitted he was cheating. He was taking performance enhancing drugs. He was taking drugs. He was cheating, you know? And he was taken, you know, he had to testify. This was a long time ago. People forget about that shit, okay? It's just coming more to the forefront because now we're getting more aware of what chemicals and supplements mean versus back then. You know? You damn right, James Sullivan. They're getting a big step back. Straight back. Apparently they found blood in Pac-Man's steroid system. You guys are terrible, man. Thurman landed a lot of body punches early in the fight, though. AJ said that he will be boxing for the next 10 years. He might be the first heavyweight to gross $1 billion. Hell, he might. If he beats Ruiz, do you think his marketability rises or falls? Everyone wants a guy that can redeem himself. Fuck. Let's think about it. Let's be real about that. So he could easily do that. Ruiz can cater to the Mexican fan. Cater, yeah, he can. You know, he speaks Spanish. He's been, you know, he lived in Mexico for a while. BJ London, I hope he's not wearing fucking silk pajamas. You know. Yeah, he's taking us for granted. Sabello D, absolutely. We don't know who Otto Willan is. We don't know who this guy is. He's a Swedish guy. He's 20-0 and 13 wins. 13 by knockout. He's supposed to be number 4 on the WBA. Again, I never heard of this motherfucker. I never saw him fight. Excuse me. I never saw him fight. I never saw anything about this guy, so I couldn't tell you shit about Otto Willan. Except he's the guy that Tyson Fury is going to fight. Good for you. Yeah. You know? Well, that's the whole thing, G. Uzmik. I think they want him to win in a dominant fashion like Tom Schwartz. That's why they're getting all these easy pick'ems. Because they want the illusion, the perception of him dominating these guys and make him the best boxer on the planet, where he's not even trying to fight other fighters that he admitted that are seconds under him, steps under him, like Ortiz, like Dillian White, like Joseph Parker, which he won't fight Joseph Parker anyway because that's like his baby brother or whatever, or his brother. So they won't fight, but still, no. Doesn't matter when AJ beats Ruiz, it's still a ring. Yeah. AJ should have hired a new trainer. Big D London, I think he was looking for some, honestly. I think he's been looking for some, like an additive. I don't think he's going to replace anybody. I think he's definitely adding, though. You know. Well, Hyper Z, you know, that Eddie Hearn has Tevin Farmer's ass to the fire. He's giving him the work and the fights that he needs versus how he was before, you know, and he's trying to keep him busy. And he's hopefully trying to get a super fight with somebody, you know, because it's kind of hard fucking with Al Heyman and his fighters, you know. What do I think it should be? Madison Square Garden, scene of the crime. Fuck it, bring it back. Why not? But I was stoked to go. I was bummed out that he canceled the April 13th date. I was, because I was going to go to that. I was going, you know? That's it, James Sutherland, yeah, and you're in those silk sheets. I don't know Hawker Mustang. I'm not. Because I think Povetkin is one of them guys that I think he has a couple fights left. But we'll find out, though. Big counterpunch from Australia. Horn, leg, Horn, Fury, or the bronze Ducker Wilder. Have no idea at this point. I have no idea. Yeah, that would be cool if he went back to, you know, Madison Square to redeem himself. You know, that's admitting like, hey, I'm giving up this opportunity for you to fight my hometown because I'm coming to fight you in yours because I want you to feel that comfort of knowing that you're a champion. That would be something great to do if I'm Anthony Joshua. A lot of people are not going to like it, but at the end of the day, you are respecting the current champ by like, hey, I'm not the champ no more. I need to come over and fight this guy to redeem myself. Wherever he sits, but he's gonna fucking have a rematch. So it has to be, you know, where he wants, you know, wherever he wants. That would be great, you know. Yeah, first to have the interview with Miller's trainer. You know, when I heard about it, excuse me, I had to counterpunch it. Because this is just confirmation on the type of shit Jarrell Miller tried to do. You know? And I think now, he doesn't like Anthony Joshua, but it was some deep-rooted, envious shit that he had going on to want to fucking take that much drugs to give him such an edge. Either that he was worried about taking the punches or he was trying to give himself an edge aggressively. Who knows? You know? I like Hearn. He's a sneaky, smooth sob. Well, what the hell? He's a promoter. You know? They're all like that. Canelo got stripped of his IBF belt. What's your counterpunch on this? Well, I'll tell you what. Hyper Z, Canelo Alvarez is once again showing his dominance in the sport, and he's not going to let belts dictate what is what and who he fights. That's it. He's, in his mind, he's bigger than the fucking belts, so fuck him. I don't have to, you guys are not gonna use those belts to regulate my career. He ain't gonna do that. He's gonna do what the fuck he's gonna do. That's what Canelo Alvarez does. He's the cash cow. Mayweather did whatever the fuck he wanted to do, so is Canelo Alvarez. It is not a belt. Like Floyd said it best. A belt don't make me. A belt don't make me. You know? And he gave that belt up. So Canelo, hey, he's either going to get stripped or he let the title go. Either way, because the IBF, we know they don't play. You know? She ain't getting good fights under them. Not into boxing, though. It is what it is. This is a boxing channel. Belts are on Mayweather. Will not fight Manny. No, I don't think he wants to fight Manny. I think at this point, Manny may get him because, you know, Floyd's been out of ring since what, 7 fucking team when he fought McGregor, and he didn't look that hot then. You know? You a fan of Bud Crawford, Kurt? Absolutely. He's one of my favorite fighters, if not the top #1 fighter. Let's just be real. He's the guy. The only fucking problem that Terrence Bud Crawford has is the politics with all the side of the street shit, the PBC and out. It's a big mess. And this is one thing I want to counterpunch on this, guys. And I'm about to get off of here. If fucking Fury can fight Deontay Wilder and they can merge ESPN, Showtime, Fox, right? Top Rank, BT Sports. If they can merge these fucking fights together, why can't they do that shit with Errol Spence and Terrence Bud Crawford? Terrence Bud Crawford, he's on the same network as Tyson Fury, right? Okay, Errol Spence, another fucking PBC guy, right? You know, so it is what it is. You know, no one wants Khan's Brook, bro. Well, yeah, I mean, that fight is oozed. Somebody will watch it if it happens, but it's died out, you know? Chris Eaton, appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thank you very much. But I'm saying this. Terrence Bud Crawford is not even allowed to show how good he is because of the bullshit or the chicken shit of these people that don't want that particular fight right now. That's it. But back to Mr. Otto Willan. We don't know who he is. And I'm going to do some more research on him. Then get back to you guys. But I'll see what he has. But I'm pretty convinced this is an easy pick 'em from Tyson Fury. If they pay him a whole bunch of money again, it'll be not because we want it. And if you really don't want to watch it, just don't watch it. You know, fuck it. Boycott it like a lot of people are doing. Like a lot of people are boycotting pay-per-view. All right? So it's crazy. Yeah, he does kind of look like fucking Tom Schwartz. I know, right? Andre Van Ruyen. He looks like his cousin or something. You know? Babs, good night to you. Great counterpunch. Great having you guys here. Peace out. You guys have a great weekend. Saunders versus Jacobs. That would be a great fight. I would love to see that fight. But I will catch you guys. I may go live tomorrow, you know, after the Areola Kalnaki fight. So you guys stay tuned for that. It was a pleasure chatting with you guys. Of course, please subscribe. Luciano, good morning to you guys. Glenn, Nick, Vizio, J Law, all you guys have been counterpunched. Peace.